Hello everyone, welcome to TalentSprint. So in this session of physics, we shall discuss the topic called electromagnetic waves. So are you ready? Shall we start? Yes. So electromagnetic waves. So why they are called electromagnetic? Because they have both electric fields and magnetic fields inside them. So first, what do you mean by electromagnetic waves? These are the waves which are generated by coupling of both magnetic field and electric field. And these waves are in perpendicular direction to both the electric field as well as magnetic fields and also perpendicular to each other. Okay, so electric and magnetic fields are perpendicular as well as the waves are also perpendicular to electric and magnetic fields, and they doesn't require any medium like sound waves. Okay, sound waves require medium, but electromagnetic waves doesn't require medium. Example, light waves, and they travel at the speed of 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. Example, light. Okay, so this is the electromagnetic spectrum, okay, which is present in this space and everywhere. Okay, so first, which has the highest wavelength? Radio waves. Okay, then microwaves, then infrared radiation, then visible spectrum, then ultraviolet radiation, then X-rays, then gamma rays. Okay, wavelength is always inversely proportional to frequency. Okay, so radio waves have lesser frequency but higher wavelength, and gamma rays have higher frequency and lower wavelengths. Okay, so types of electromagnetic waves. The first is radio waves, microwaves, infrared radiation, visible light, ultraviolet rays, X-rays and gamma rays. This is decreasing wavelength, we already discussed, and increasing frequency. Remember this, decreasing wavelength and increasing frequency. So these are the 7 electromagnetic waves types. Okay, the first is radio waves. So generally radio waves are we think that they are useful for radio transmission, TV transmission. Yes. So what are these radio waves? They have the highest wavelength and lowest frequency, right? These are the waves that are emitted by radio stations during transmission or by TV station. They are also emitted by stars, remember this, and they can range from few millimeters to larger wavelengths, and they are used by antennas of televisions or radio channels, and they're used for generally data transmission. Generally radio waves, when they are sent from the surface of the earth, okay, which layer of the atmosphere will send it back? That is ionosphere or thermosphere will make the radio waves to come back, to get reflected back to the earth. We have studied in geography, right? So moving on to radar. So what is this radar? What does radar stands for? Radar stands for radio detection and ranging. Generally we use it in airports, right, in defense, all these areas we use radar. So what is the use of radar? It uses radio waves to determine the range, angle or velocity of objects. Suppose if any foreign missile is coming towards us and will damage, so radar will detect and our defense system will get alerted, right? So it can be used to detect aircraft, ships, spacecrafts, guided missiles, motor vehicles, weather also. Because of radar only we can get the exact weather information and terrain. Okay, so this is an example of radar, radio detection and ranging. For sound waves we have sonar, sound navigation and ranging. For radio waves we have radar. Okay, sonar is generally used in underwater objects, in submarines. If I want to detect any underwater objects, sonar is used. Okay, above the atmosphere we use radar. And next, after radio waves we have microwaves. These are emitted by the microwave ovens. Yes, these are the microwaves, and they are used by astronomers to study the structure of galaxies. How galaxies, that is the combination of stars, planets, satellites, natural and artificial. And these are the there are two types of microwaves, super high frequency and extremely high frequency. Generally they are used by Wi-Fi routers. Well, this is a very repeated question. Wi-Fi routers use microwaves to transmit the data from one place to another. Next, infrared rays. Infrared radiation. These are emitted by everything including human body which is warm and hot. Okay, whichever is warm and hot, it will emit the infrared radiation. It is used generally in thermal imaging devices. Okay, and it is used in night vision cameras, in the defense equipment, TV, projectors, remotes use they emit IR radiation. Remember this, TV remotes, projector remotes emit IR radiation to transmit the data, and the greenhouse gases CO2, CH4 absorb infrared radiation from the reflected radiation by the earth and heat up the earth's atmosphere. Suppose now the sun is sending ultraviolet radiation, the earth will emit back infrared radiation, right? So this infrared radiation is captured by the greenhouse gases and they will heat the earth's atmosphere. We have discussed in the atmosphere topic about greenhouse gases in the geography topic. Okay, so these greenhouse gases will capture this infrared radiation and heat up the earth. So we must emit lesser greenhouse gases so that earth will not be heated up much, right? Generally they are emitted by greenhouse gases like CO2, CH4, methane, nitrous oxide, chlorofluorocarbons. All these contribute to the global warming. We must reduce these greenhouse gases. Next, visible light. Why it is called visible? Because we can see this light. We can't see UV radiation, IR radiation, radio waves, microwaves, but we can see this visible light. What is the wavelength of this visible light? 380 nanometers or 400 nanometers to 760 nanometers. Okay, these are detected by human eye. These are emitted by everything from a bulb to a particle striking other particles. They are used in optical fiber communication medium too. Okay, so this is the wavelength of 400 nanometers to 700 nanometers. So it will form the VIBGY or violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. Clear with this? So which has highest wavelength? Violet has highest wavelength. And lowest wavelength is red. But it has highest frequency, right? This has highest wavelength and lowest frequency. Okay, remember this. Next, moving on to ultraviolet radiation. These are emitted by the sun, I have already told you, and harmful for our body. This cause skin burns, okay, and cause cancer too. They can ionize atoms, okay. They can cause mutagen, that is used in genetic information, and they are absorbed by ozone layer. So we must protect our ozone layer, which is present in stratosphere. We have discussed in atmosphere topic of geography, right? After troposphere we have stratosphere. In stratosphere we have this ozone layer which protects us from harmful ultraviolet radiation. It forms like a blanket, but we are damages this ozone layer because of the chlorofluorocarbons released from our refrigerators, air conditioners, aerosol sprays. So we must use eco-friendly refrigerants like 134A, 143A, R22. R22 will damage the ozone layer. Okay, so we must use eco-friendly refrigerants such that we are not harming the ozone layer. Okay, clear with this? Next, X-rays. These are used by doctors generally. X-ray scanning we see, right? We get the inner information regarding the skeletons or bone structures. They interact with matter. They can cause Compton effect. Right, these are of two types, hard X-rays and soft X-rays. Hard means they are of highest energy and soft means they are of lowest energy. Right, next, the last one in the electromagnetic waves is the gamma rays. These are emitted by radioactive substances like thorium, uranium, plutonium, and they are used in treatment of many diseases. So hope you have learned enough things in this topic called electromagnetic waves. We shall meet in the next sessions. Thank you so much.